Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So as you probably heard by now, the Seaspiracy director Ali Tabrizi made his Why I'm No Longer Vegan video, citing specifically his quest to find some vegan marshmallows for his family for a camping trip as the primary reason why he went down this whole path in his mind, why he should convince himself why he doesn't want to be vegan anymore.
We wanted to bring marshmallows along, of course, for this beautiful family memorable moment to roast on the fire. But as a vegan, of course, you have to think about this kind of stuff.
And thought about it indeed. In fact, he thought about it so much, he didn't want to be vegan anymore.
And I started to think, well, surely if I would have just hypothetically bought the animal gelatin marshmallows at the local supermarket for, $2.50 without spending all the fuel and toll bridge fees, and all the money I spared, not even if I gave all of it to an animal sanctuary, even if I just gave a couple of dollars that I saved to an animal sanctuary, surely that's going to do more tangible, measurable good.
So in my video last week, I went into great depth and detail showing the flaws in his argument as to why he came to the conclusion why he shouldn't be vegan anymore. I'm not going to do that here. So for today's video, I'm going to explore this notion that Ali put out there that it was absolutely necessary that he had to bring marshmallows of some kind, vegan or otherwise, on this camping trip, or else it'd be a total flop. And we're going to look at the definition of veganism, particularly of what's possible and practicable, because I got some Ali apologists saying, wouldn't accessibility and cost fall under what's practicable? And I believe a lot of the confusion people have about what's possible or practicable is due to the fact that practicable is a more difficult vocabulary word. A lot of people don't know what it means. It simply means able to be done or put into practice successfully. As in, Ali and his family could have had a very successful camping trip without having to roast marshmallows. So as I'll show you here today, Ali could have easily chosen, and so can you on a future camping trip, choose to roast any one of these 7 very delicious and tasty vegan foods over your fire on your next camping trip. But instead of gladly and happily choosing a vegan option like this to bring on his camping trip with his family, he instead chose to appeal to some kind of tradition fallacy, claiming he demanded, required, he's entitled to some kind of tradition, some kind of camping authenticity that only marshmallows could provide, making him the victim in the process, which is ironic. But anyway, enough me going off on that. Let's have some positive fun here, and let's jump into the 7 vegan marshmallow alternatives for your next camping trip. And I'll be sure to put links to all these articles so you can follow the recipes for all of these. First one I'll share with you is just roasting popcorn over a bonfire. You could use store-bought stuff. This author shows you a recipe how to make it yourself, and they say it's a healthier alternative to roasting marshmallows. And one wonderful thing about making popcorn like this is that you can flavor and season it however you want. Are you into nutritional yeast like most of us vegans are? Bring a bunch of newts, sprinkle it on. If you want to bring some more exotic stuff, we've been known to flavor popcorn with things like turmeric and curry. I have to read that recipe closer. I'm not sure if you could throw the foil with the corn out onto an open fire, but if you want that marshmallow-like cooking experience, roasting a marshmallow with a stick over a fire, you could put other things on the end of the stick, like say a vegan sausage or hot dog. And before any nutritional police people attack me, yeah, I realize this isn't probably the healthiest thing in the world you could eat, but I don't think marshmallows are as well. Like some people just want to have fun when they're camping. But anyway, if you want to have the full hot dog-like experience, yeah, you got to bring some buns along too. And those are pretty easy to heat up on the fire or the grill too. I mean, literally, you could put like dozens and dozens of kinds of foods on the end of the stick and put it in the fire. I mean, I'll give you some extra beyond my 7 alternatives to marshmallows here. I was thinking you could just put like a banana, like cut up a banana and put it at the end of the stick and roast it on the fire. My point is, if you're bringing young children, like babies, like what he has in that photo there, they're going to have fun no matter what they're putting into the fire, whether it be a marshmallow or a banana or a veggie dog. It doesn't matter. All of those foods are capable of creating these memorable family experiences that he so desperately wanted to have on this camping trip. So anyway, everything's been kind of savory so far. Let's look at something sweet here. Campfire Brownies. As his author says, a sweet treat is always a welcome addition to your experience camping. And as deluxe as this may seem, yeah, you're camping, but it's pretty easy. You get a box chocolate brownie mix. They have Enjoy Life here, but there's other brands. Put in some oranges, and you cook the brownies on the fire, and then when you're done, you have these delicious orange brownie snacks. If making that brownie batter sounds too complicated for you, let's get back to putting things on the end of sticks. Apple pie on a stick. Unlike a real apple pie, there's no crust obviously, but you add cinnamon sugar and granola to substitute for the crust. It looks pretty damn tasty, and I can't wait to try this on a future camping trip. If you prefer something more tropical, make this Campfire Pineapple, where you add some cinnamon, roast it just for a couple minutes, and this looks super delicious too. If you're looking for something a little less snacky or less desserty, meaning a really cool meal to have of starches, look no further than this Campfire Corn on the Cob. And since it's a real meal, there's a bit more prep time here than maybe you'd want to do if you just wanted to roast marshmallows. It takes about an hour prep time, 30 minutes to cook, but all in all, I think that's totally worth it for a real solid meal of corn on the cob. And last but not least, especially since I'm known as the crazy banana guy, Campfire Banana Boat. So what is a banana boat? It says the concept behind it is simple. You just take a banana with its peel still on it and cut it down the middle. And then you could pull the peel and banana slightly apart and fill the banana with different ingredients. For instance, you could put in some vegan chocolate, some vegan marshmallows if you want to bring the dreaded vegan marshmallows, put on some cherries. I mean, your imagination's the limit. So honestly, I don't see how any of these foods, if you're going to cook them or grill them or roast them over an open fire with your family, what would be missing in these foods that would prevent you and the family from having this memorable, bonding, great, loving moment that only marshmallows could provide? He's set up a false dichotomy there, saying he had to get the marshmallows or else he wouldn't be able to create these deep memories with his family. That's just completely absurd. And one thing I learned about marshmallows in Australia, he claimed it was difficult to find there compared to Great Britain. One thing a lot of you Australian viewers let us know is that compared to the United States and Great Britain, I didn't know this, that marshmallows aren't as much of a camping tradition. Not to say it's not, like, people never use them, they do, but not in the numbers that they do here. And people roast a bunch of other things, to cook a bunch of other things when they go camping. And you know, when you're vegan, sometimes you have to be a little flexible and adaptable. And if you couldn't find the vegan marshmallows in Australia for your camping trip, instead of throwing veganism under the bus, no, it's too hard, it'd just be cheaper to buy the gelatin marshmallows and pay a couple bucks to an animal sanctuary. It's like kind of like a carbon offset for morality. The bottom line is, if you do a little research, a little thinking, get a little creative, or just watch this video now, you'll see there are plenty of vegan options to bring with you and your family on your next camping trip, and you can create all these wonderful memories of roasting food on the fire. And of course, what I just shared here was not meant to be an exhaustive list or anything like that. So if you have some foods that you like to bring camping and you have great memories making these foods with your family, share down below. Let me know and let everyone else know down below. So don't keep it a secret. So let us know down below. Hit like if you like our content. Hit the notification bell to make sure you're notified when I make new videos and Angie puts out her 7 vegan meals shorts and when I do my live streams on Friday. So if you want to come Friday and tell me that the vegan food I just showed here in this video is horrible and you can't go camping with it, you couldn't create memories with these foods, come and let me know. Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just be civil and we can maybe have a conversation. So until then, guys, remember, don't suck being vegan.